Okay, what's on the menu? Check this out. Today on Dining with the A, I'm taking a simple pack of your favorite of mine, instant ramen, and I'm going to transform it into a flavorful Asian-inspired salmon ramen bowl that's quick, affordable, and absolutely delicious. If you ever wanted to kind of elevate your ramen game, stay tuned because this one's coming together beautifully. All right, check it out.
Hey, welcome back to Dining with the A. Slice through these cherry tomatoes. You're gonna need some mushrooms. You're gonna also need some diced onions. Get a spoon, just gonna mix this up. Just gonna mix it up like that. See that?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something, all right? One of the things I love most about living in Bangkok is really the incredible food culture that surrounds you, everywhere you go. Because everywhere you go, you see food. So today before we head into the kitchen to take care of this ramen meal, and you're gonna love it, I thought I'd kind of, bring y'all along, for a quick visit to one of mine, and Bangkok's most impressive shopping destination. It's called Icon Siam, right? It's a beautiful mall, large mall. Because as you walk through the food court, it's almost impossible, not to be inspired. Everywhere you look, there are incredible dishes of fresh seafood, authentic Thai cuisine, and dishes from all across Asia. I really found myself, just stopping to admire everything from the colossal shrimp and beautifully prepared seafood to some of the most unique food displays I've ever seen, including, that half-skinned alligator that definitely kind of caught my attention, right? Experiences like this kind of remind me just how diverse and exciting, the culinary scene is here in Thailand. And while today's recipe, for the most part, is simple and easy to make at home, it's inspired by flavors, ingredients, and the food culture that I encounter every day living here in Bangkok. So I'm just gonna shut up and just let y'all check out, all these nicely prepared edibles, right? That had me salivating. I didn't know where to stop, to be honest with you. I just walked through, was looking at stuff, right? They got the cold-blooded hog maws in there. They love their pork over here. The hog maws and the rice and all that type of thing. But the seafood is off the chain. It's just amazing. If you look at the shrimp, the size of the shrimp, I bought two different dishes of the shrimp.
Hello.
I bought the shrimp that had been apparently marinated, in a garlic butter sauce. I think it was 6 of those, and then I also brought home 6 very large.
Noodles?
They appeared to be grilled shrimp. But nevertheless, they were delicious. I ate them by themselves. I think I had a salad with one of the first 6 shrimp I ate. I think I had a salad with it, but I'm not sure. But I just, I decided to sit down. I had me some this dish called Tom Yum, I think, with some shrimp. So right here, I'm just looking for a spot to sit down and eat and enjoy it. And by the way, the meal was delicious. But hey, now let's head on back to the kitchen and create this Asian-inspired salmon ramen bowl. All right, let's go. So for today's recipe, of course, you're gonna need your pots and pan. I went and bought me a nice little wok. How y'all like my little wok? You don't need a wok. I mean, you can use a regular skillet. And of course, you need the pot, to boil your ramen in, right? And yeah, right from the top, you're gonna need some minced garlic, right? Mince you some garlic. You're gonna need some green onions. That's really going to be used to garnish your dish after it's done. You need some white onions or red onions. It's your option, whatever you want to use. 2 eggs, or you want to use 3 eggs, okay, that's optional. Got some nice freshly sliced salmon. If you want to use chicken or shrimp, that's up to you. Also, we have some sliced or diced mushrooms over there to the right. Then of course we have our ramen. We're going to use 2 packs of ramen with your favorite package. You're going to use those flavor packages for certain. We're going to use some garlic powder, some red pepper flakes, some onion powder, also some unsalted butter, and of course your olive oil. Right? You're going to need that. So that's what that's what we have. Right? Very simple. Very simple. And I'm gonna tell you the beauty of this particular recipe is its simplicity. Most of these ingredients are easy to find and work together, to create, the type of layers of flavor that you want. Yeah, I'm just going to begin by adding a small amount of olive oil to the pan. And next, and I'm just going to go I put the onions, the mushrooms, the garlic, fresh salmon, just to build flavor. And then I'll season everything with black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and you can season it with whatever your choice of seasoning might be. Yeah, as everything cooks down, you'll notice that the onions, they're becoming a little more succulent, right? The mushrooms are softening, and the salmon is kind of developing a beautiful color. And this is where the real aroma really starts, filling the kitchen. And while the salmon mixture is cooking, I'll just place the ramen noodles into the boiling water. And you want to cook according to the packet directions until the noodles are tender, but still have a little bite. Once the salmon and vegetables are fully cooked, I'm just gonna remove them from the pan, just kind of set them aside. And after the ramen is finished cooking, I'm gonna drain the noodles and transfer them directly into the frying pan. But first, I'm gonna add a little unsalted butter to the pan before I put the noodles in. Of course, we're gonna be frying the egg inside, right beside those noodles in the unsalted butter. And believe you me, these eggs are just going to add richness and texture to the dish and kind of help, turn this simple ramen dish into a complete meal. And now comes the best part. This is where the magic happens. I'm going to return the salmon and vegetables that I sauteed, that whole mixture, to the pan. Just gently combine, everything together. Of course, making sure that I put the flavor packets inside the dish. If you prefer, a little savory flavor, this is the perfect time to, add a splash of soy sauce, if that's what you want to do. And as everything comes together, the noodles absorb all those delicious flavors from the salmon, the vegetables, the garlic, and the unsalted garlic butter, and the seasoning, and voila. To add color, if you want to add some of the, if you could have also sauteed some cherry tomatoes inside there. But what I did was I just garnished the top with the freshly diced green onions. Not only do they add, beautiful pop of color, but they also bring fresh flavor that kind of balances the richness of the ramen. And this is comfort food elevated, trust me. Now, believe me when I tell you, the salmon is tender, the vegetables are flavorful, the eggs add richness, and the noodles tie everything together perfectly. Now, this particular recipe proves that even a humble pack of ramen can become something special with just a few fresh vegetables and a little creativity. Now, if you like me, you want to keep your eye on nutrition, right? So here's an approximate breakdown for this particular dish. The salmon actually provides that high quality protein and healthy heart omega-3 fatty acids, while the eggs contribute that additional protein, and nutrients. The mushrooms and the onions add flavor, texture, and additional nutritional value for sure, right? One thing I appreciate about preparing meals at home is knowing exactly what's going into my food. It allows me to control the ingredients, the sodium level, and portions while still enjoying a great flavor. Hey, thanks for joining me for another episode of Dining with the A. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.